This year, Ninjago saw its 10th anniversary, which is still pretty dang awesome. It's pretty crazy for a LEGO IP with the show. I mean, the others died out after a year or two. But due to its success and dedicated fan base, Ninjago has lived well past its expiration date, and now is just a few months away from being 4 years away from being able to drive. So it should probably start reading the driver's guide. And LEGO knows this. This year we've gotten a bunch of content to celebrate the anniversary. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to reflect on everything we've gotten this year for Ninjago's 10th anniversary, and for Ninjago in general. I'll be going month by month, basically talking about everything that we got for Ninjago this year. And we'll be going up to November since, well, that's where we are.
This year kicked off with the standard wave of legacy sets. This wave was focusing on Rebooted and Possession, and these were all pretty solid sets. I went more in depth on these in my legacy retrospective video, but in short, I like all these sets. And in all of these sets, there was an exclusive figure to celebrate Ninjago's 10th anniversary. Golden variations on the Ninja. With this wave we got Kai, Cole, Jay, and Lloyd. Of the four, I have Kai and Lloyd, and these are awesome figures. They're really neat collector's pieces and a simple yet wonderful thing to celebrate the anniversary. These are inspired by the seasons that the Ninja were the main characters of post-season 11. So Kai's is inspired by Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu robes, Jay, Prime Empire, Cole, Master of the Mountain, and Lloyd, the Island. On top of that, there was a wave of gimmick sets too. Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane all got the epic battle treatment. I've also expressed my thoughts on these before, so once again, in summary, I love these. I picked up Epic Battle Kai in December 2020 when I found it at Kohl's, but on January 1st, I picked up the Boulder Blaster and the other 3 Epic Battle sets. I also ordered the Tournament of Elements that night, and that was it. A good start to the year if I say so myself. January 14th came out of nowhere and the Ninjago City Gardens released on that day for VIP members. This set came with Golden Wu to add to the Golden Ninja, and the set itself is dope as hell. Oh, and the pilots turned 10 years old, woo. Unfortunately, not everything in January was awesome. On January 20th, Jake Penner passed away. Jake Penner was a Ninjago fan who was battling brain cancer for a few years before unfortunately passing. He was forever immortalized into the show. The character Jake, who appeared in a few episodes in season 11, was named after him. To round out the month on January 29th, a mysterious trailer dropped. It was a trailer for a handful of legacy sorts that would come out later in the year. February was a pretty lame month. Ninjago City Gardens got released for non-VIP members. The Island Guys trailer, that's it. March was a lot busier than February, no doubt about that. On March 1st, sets for the island were released. I haven't picked up many of these yet, but I will someday. A new character encyclopedia was released on the 4th, and the island aired in some countries. People seem pretty mixed on the island, but personally I like it. It does have flaws, but I do genuinely enjoy it. I like Ronan being the villain, and it does a good job setting up Seabound. Speaking of which, April was the month of Seabound. The whole season aired in Canada this month, and Ninjago fans watched Seabound and adored it. I do recall some fans being pissed at the first episode, but by the end of the season, people acted like it was the best season ever. I still haven't seen it. Alright, let's be fair here. When Seabound first aired, I was satisfied with Ninjago. The island literally had just come out, so I wasn't itching for a new season yet. I can go a solid 10 months or so without a new Ninjago season, so I really wasn't inclined to watch it immediately. I do intend on watching it soon, but I really don't have much free time, and when I do, I'm definitely not watching Seabound. I can't justifiably say anything about Seabound yet since I haven't seen it, but I expect a pretty decent season seeing that Ninjago fans tend to overrate things a lot of the time. And the first 2 Legacy Reimagined shorts released, Golden Legend and Gold Rush. Golden Legend was incredible. I love the animation, the imagery, the plot. This was definitely my favorite of the 5. Gold Rush was alright, nothing memorable though. However, this month 10 Years of Spinjitzu was released. 10 Years of Spinjitzu is a fan documentary with interviews and so many people involved in the show and theme. It's a lengthy but fun watch.
And that's me right there. I managed to get a PSP playing one of my episodes, a box copy of LEGO Star Wars 2 for Game Boy Advance, and this Family Feud game into a documentary about Ninjago's 10th anniversary. I am the greatest person to ever live.
May was a pretty quaint month. Seabound finished airing in some other countries, and the last 3 Legacy Reimagined shorts were released. A Day in the Life of a Golden Ninja was alright. It was stupid, but it was kinda fun. Couldn't care less for Sweating to the Goldies, but Golden Hour was the one everyone was hyping up. And it was alright. I didn't really care about the scenario that much, like Wu continued to fight the Time Twins as he grew younger and grew younger. I remember some fans thought it was Wilfilm doing the animation. Weep. June was a pretty barren month for American fans like myself. Seabound and Summer 2021 legacy sets were released in other countries, but at least there was something as the Fold released a new song. Then for Ninjago, it's pretty fun and gives June some worth. July was even more barren. Chapter 1 of The Splinter in the Blind Man's Eye was released, but that was it. Splinter in the Blind Man's Eye is a non-canon Ninjago novel that takes place in between seasons 9 and 10. The fact that it's non-canon really ruins any interest I had initially. I've heard it's alright, but ruins some of the character development Lloyd got in season 11. Now I really don't read books out of a few key examples, so I guess that's also a part of it too. August finally saw the release of Seabound sets in the next Legacy wave. I didn't talk about this wave in my Legacy retrospective, so let's blast through my thoughts now. There were two 4+ sets, one was the simple bike for Kai and the other was the bounty. I think the bounty one is neat, the simplified bounty is cute, and I genuinely like the little location part. It reminds me of the Sons of Garmadon Jr. set, which I really dig. My main problem though, are the minifigures. Why are these suits still here? I feel like they just have an overproduction of legacy suits, so they just specifically make these 4+ sets in an attempt to get rid of these figures. I mean, these guys are a month away from being 3 years old. It's time to retire them. And then the two bigger legacy sets, oh my god. Kai's dragon looks like a wonderful build, an incredibly solid looking dragon. These figures, oh my god. I mean, Whiplash is alright, but Legacy Kai and Legacy Zane, the figure selection here really turns me off from the set, and it really turns me off in general. This set did give us Golden Nia though, who looks pretty cool. Then the Ultrasonic Raider, are you kidding me? If you picked up all of these sets, you'd have 4 Legacy Kais, 3 Legacy Zanes, 2 Legacy Jays, and 1 Legacy Cole. You could probably fill Liechtenstein with Legacy Kais. This set does come with a new Legacy Serpentine and Gold Zane, rounding out the Gold Ninja, which is neat. But oh my gosh, why the Legacy figures again? The Sonic Raider build kinda sucks too. Other than that, August just saw the release of Splinter in the Blind Man's Eye Chapter 2 through 5, a pretty light month all things considered. Honestly, I forgot Ninjago existed in September since that month was full of when's the next Nintendo Direct? Hi, when's the next Nintendo Direct? Come on guys, when is the next Nintendo Direct? Finally, the next Nintendo Direct! That was alright. September saw the release of Chapter 6 through 9 of Splinter in the Blind Man's Eye. How fun! Spinjitzu Brothers was released. It's a new Ninjago book series that takes place during Wu and Garmadon's teenage years. The books are written by Tracy West, who wrote a bunch of other Ninjago books. It's cool that she's back to writing these, and I'll definitely pick them up in the future. But I'm also in no rush. Also, 2 teasers for Seabound were released. Didn't this season release in April? Yeah, for some reason, LEGO just now decided to officially release trailers for Seabound. It's strange that they keep Ninjago alive, yet handle the show itself poorly. What's going on there? Also, LEGO posted this, announcing that it would be revealed on September 29th. It wasn't. October seemed like it would be really insignificant, but then some really important news came out. Unfortunately, in November of 2020, Kirby Morrow, the voice actor for Cole, passed away. This month, it was revealed who would continue Kirby's legacy as the Master of Earth. Andrew Francis was chosen. He's been in Ninjago before. He was the voice for Morrow in Possession and Day of the Departed. Luckily, the community reaction was very positive and inviting, which makes me very happy. It was announced that we would hear Andrew's Cole for the first time in some mini-movies, releasing sometime soon, and personally, I'm excited to see how Andrew continues Kirby's legacy, and build his own legacy while he's at it. November has absolutely flown by and nothing really happened on the Ninjago side. Seabound were officially released, but that's it. However, leaks for next year have leaked. This late? We've seen 2 of the villains so far. They're basically Orange and Gunmetal Gray Power Vipers and Hydra Vipers. It's weird how late this is though. We start getting leaks of figures and stuff in October normally. Maybe Ninjago is changing to a March release for the first wave of sets each year, but it's just odd. But regardless, that's what happened with Ninjago this year, so far. We got a ton of stuff to celebrate Ninjago's 10th anniversary. A lot of this year's sets were pretty cool. I personally really like the island, and a lot of people love Seabound. It seemed pretty uneventful, but those first few months were pretty packed, and there was a decent slew of Ninjago content coming out for the rest of the year. However, with 10 years under Ninjago's belt, I'd be lying if I said I didn't really want the show to end soon. Ninjago is on fire right now. It keeps going and we all love it, but I do think it should call it quits. But most Ninjago fans love Ninjago, and Ninjago is really profitable, so it's just gonna keep on going. And to diehard Ninjago fans, the only thing that makes less sense than ending Ninjago right now are my 2 favorite books.